popping? What's popping? What's popping, y'all? It's your boy Caden the Rake Man, and today's topic is going to be she anticipates your silence, bro. Because she's gonna anticipate that if she's acting badly, if she's not giving you the right kind of energy, if she's not serving a purpose in a way that's significant in your life, and she requires something from you, bro, she is going to fully expect that you're gonna pull back. And see, two things happen, and I'm gonna tell y'all about both things. First, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, get you a consultation if you got a special situation down below, bruh. But two things gonna happen. Either one, she's gonna realize that you don't stand on your boundaries as a man. She's gonna realize that you're willing to fold for her, or that you think she's so pretty or so amazing or such a great girl, or you never had a girl like this, so much so that she's willing to get away with anything. So she's going to keep on getting away with those things, bro. She's going to keep on pushing it to see how far she could go before you break, to see how far she could go before she gets you emotional. And guess what? That's a no-win situation, because when you pedestalize women in that way, when you pedestalize a woman in a way where it's like, oh, well, she left me, but I want her back so badly. I want her back so badly, Kaden, and I'm willing to do anything to get her back. When you pedestalize a woman in that way, you tell her consciously and subconsciously that she's can get away with anything she wants. She could treat you however she wants. She could do whatever she wants. So if those women even did come back and you still pedestalizing her in that way after no contact, or if she somehow through osmosis or some shit got reattracted to you, she's not going to treat you well, bro. She's never going to treat you well, because she understands that in her mind, her value is higher than yours. And guess what? When women date men, when women date down, they're tyrants. You'll never get a good version of a woman who is dating down to a man, or who she thinks she's dating down to a man, bro. And even guys who broke, got no job, but they got the baddest women. Those women at some level think that man is above her, whether that be intellectually, whether that be his goals and ambitions, however that might work. She think at some level he's above her in something, bro. Maybe it's something he teaching her. Maybe it's something that she sees him like above her. So when you talk about women feeling like they're better than you, it's because you're pedestalizing them and because you're letting them know she's better than you. Or number two is going to happen. Number two is she's going to figure out that you have some sort of affinity for her type. And see, a lot of guys, y'all fall into this trap. Y'all fall into the trap that you like a woman so much because of who she is and her type. And she's going to almost know for a fact that you're only going silent in order to get her back, in order to get something out of her as a tactic. She's going to know this. Guess what? Women aren't stupid, dog. They'll never be stupid, dog. Women, well, some of them were, but they weren't born yesterday, bro. They didn't just wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh, I'm a woman. Nah, bro. It's not like that. They not dumb. They could see when you just pulling back, or when you going silent and you just jump out at the first, like a fucking rabbit pup, at the first sign that she's giving you any attention. That's why they test. That's why they poke. That's why they pry. That's why they manipulate, because they know they can't overtly control you, bro. They can't overtly get what they want from you. They can't overtly just strong arm you. I mean, they're not physically strong enough to do that to a man. How do they do it? They do it via manipulation. They do it via emotional control. They do it via, these tactics and tricks. And so they do know the game, bro. And they know full well that you gonna be silent. They almost expect it. Guess what? Certain women, and this is just certain women, you can't even get the best out of until you break up with her for the first time, until you let her go for the first time, until you walk away from her. And then she comes back to you and she realizes that you're willing to walk away from the negotiation table. So she comes to the table with her full acting correct, being right, being what she's supposed to be. I think I just tapped the mic, but being what she's supposed to be, dog. And it's so important, bro, that you understand who you are and what you're trying to do, bro. Because if you don't, she'll tell you who you are. If you don't, she'll tell you what you're trying to do. If you don't, Understand the art of being silent, not as a tactic necessarily, but so that you can observe, so that you can figure out what the best way to move is. Being silent so that you can see the landscape and see the game you playing. Being silent so you can understand the rules to the game. Because guess what? You're never gonna win a game you don't understand the rules to, bro. You're just not. You're not gonna be able to win a game you don't understand the rules to. And on top of not being able to win that game, you're going to put yourself in a position where you set your life back. And ultimately, so many guys, yeah, you, bro, I already know it. Your life been set back. Your life been set back so much that you don't even recognize yourself anymore. You're not the kind of dude to accept the disrespect you've been accepting. You're not the kind of dude to sit around and your brain is flooded with just thoughts of this woman. You're not that kind of guy. I already know you, bro. You're not the kind of guy to get so woven into a woman's life that you can't separate where she is and you begin, bro. You're not that kind of guy. You're not that dude. But see, that's happened because you've lost your identity, sir. That's happened because you haven't observed the game. That's happened because you playing a game that you don't know the rules to. That's happened because you don't understand the idea of stoicism, and even further the idea of silence in order to survey the land, in order to understand what it is the next move you have to make. You don't understand that as a man you have to set boundaries. Boundaries so powerful, boundaries so unmoving that people are gonna call you controlling. People are going to call you mean. People are going to say, oh, well, you're a problem. She might say all of these things. She might call you controlling. But guess what? That's just code for I can't control you anymore. That's just code for I can't manipulate you anymore. That's just code for I can't get what I want out of you at the snap of a finger anymore. That's code for, now I'm curious about you. Why are you acting this way? That's code for, my interest going up. That's code for, potentially my attraction going up because you standing your ground. That's code for, you are becoming the man who I thought you were in the first place, bro. And that's what a lot of you guys need to do if we being completely honest, bro. You have to become the man that she thought you were, bro. Not for her, but for you. And you have to be so unflinching in you and what it is that you desire that people want to follow your lead, that she wants to follow your lead, bro. Because at the end of the day, she's not going to give you. She's not going to give, bro. It's not going to be any give. Guess what? Women submit to the man who she feels like she don't have a choice but to submit to. Let me say that again. Women submit to the man who she feels like she don't have a choice but to submit to. And I don't mean that in an aggressive way. I mean that in a way that that man is so mentally strong and so willing to do what it is that he wants to do that either she has to submit to his game or and play his game, or she's not going to be there. She's not going to be available to him, or he's not going to be available to her. It's more he's not going to be available to her than the other way around. But those are the things that you have to keep in mind, bro. And when it's all said and done, if she want to beat her, she'll beat her. It's nothing else. I don't love nothing but my money and my rifle. Unless she acting like she got some sense, bro. Accept yourself, bro. You have to accept yourself first. You have to understand where you're going and what you want first. And then everything else after that follow, my dude. But it starts with silence. And she's going to anticipate that silence. She's going to anticipate the fact that you're going silent, that you're doing no contact. She knows why you doing all of that. If she got any kind of sense, if she in this year, bro, she going to know why you doing what you doing. She going to know. But guess what? You have to stay strong, because there comes a point. There comes a point where in whatever you doing and whatever you decide to go, whatever direction you decide to take, anything that you decide to take it, that they start to fold. They start to break. They start to think, oh, well, this might be real. He might be actually changing in this way, or he might be actually gone forever. And then they start to fold. That's when they start to doubt. But you're different, bro. You have to be. You don't doubt yourself. You know exactly what you're doing, bro. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, get your consultation down below if you need to, man. I'm going to keep on enjoying this Florida weather before I got to go back to Chicago. It's your boy, Kate and Rake, man. I'm about to